living life, doing our best, and helping families succeed in homeownership. I love to eat. I love food, but I'm not sure I love food as much as this guy. Today, you'll meet Jackson, who is one of the Montoya Mortgage Team loan partners. Let's check him out.
Hey everyone, I'm sure Jorge told you a little bit about me, and of course I'm in the parking lot of a bunch of food places, but I wanted to take you to my all-time new favorite place. I just found it out about a month ago, and I've probably been like 7 times since then, so I wanted to take you in. It's Ricebox Kitchen. My good friend Parapal owns it, and let's go and talk to him, and I'll have him hook us up with some really good food. All right, hey Purple, how's it going?
Good, how are you, Jackson? Welcome back to Ricebox Kitchen.
Yeah, I know, it's been like my 7th time this last month, but I
pretty much. But who's counting, right?
Yeah, so I wanted to bring everybody here to kind of show you what you do, your beautiful dishes, beautiful flavors, just like everything that you got here I love. So we could start by just introducing a couple dishes. I know I've only tried, correct me if I'm wrong on the pronunciation, is it Kamungai?
Yes, that was perfect.
Okay, good.
enough.
And then what is it? The other one's Kamudang.
Kamudang.
And that's it. But I know we've got some other things, and we do some specials on the weekend as well.
Yeah, we do. So the 2 dishes that you described are actually our signature dishes. The Kamungai is the poached chicken with ginger coconut, garlic rice, which is really delicious. And we actually do it with fried chicken too. Then the kamudang is really good. It's a little bit more sweet and savory dish. So hearty versus a little bit light. So both are really good.
Awesome. No, we got like a little bit for everybody. Fried chicken now, poached chicken, pork, soups, dim sum on the weekend.
Right.
Really, I mean, and the mochi bars that you make are fantastic.
Yes.
I always have to get like a couple and then a few for when I leave.
A couple? You can always get like a box.
I know. Hey, come on.
No.
Tell my secrets.
Yes.
But yeah, no, and the Kamugai is my favorite all time. That rice, and I tell everybody too when I recommend this place, I'm like, the chicken's great, of course. It's tender, juicy, but the rice, I don't know what you do back there. I'd love to get some insight because it's like just ginger coconut explosion with like garlic. It's fantastic. Anybody that sits down and talks with me for 30 minutes, I'm probably gonna bring up food, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. It'll come up naturally in conversation. Like, it means a lot to me because like growing up, we didn't have as much money, so we didn't know sometimes where our next meal is gonna come from. And like when you're younger, you don't realize how that is, but as an adult, you're like, okay, well, now you're in a place where you're financially stable. I want my food to taste good, and I want every meal I have to mean something. So like that's just why like I'm so obsessed with food, because like big flavors and great ingredients are a big deal. Coming here at Ricebox Kitchen is like one example, but I mean we've seen it through the housing market. Reno's growing like crazy. So when we have more people come in, just like a big influx in population, we're getting like diversity of flavors. Like they're bringing in new food spots. This place has been open for only 4 months and it's like fantastic, but we've got like Chinese, Mexican, Vietnamese, you name it, and it's like really good food too. I've talked to my clients that I've helped purchase here, like from California, Idaho, Utah, and the first thing that they're the most surprised about is like the diversity of food here, and like they're blown away by how good it is. So it's like a low-key thing that most people don't realize, but got like a pretty good food spot here in Reno for sure. We talked about it with not knowing where your next meal is going to come from, or we're like buying discount food, to now we're like eating at great restaurants and having the best ingredients. Kind of like to picture that in the same way of buying a house. Like you go from renting a house, paying a landlord, or like you're in an apartment building and you want to make that big step to buying a house. So it's like we're going from like government cheese to fine dining, and you can see it the same way when you look at it with renting versus owning a home. It's a big step financially, but once you do it, you just set yourself up for life. And all it starts with just making that first big step. So like picking up the phone, giving us a call. When you see these videos and like you're curious and you want to know like, okay, I want to do that next. Like that's where I want to be in 2 years. I want to have an investment property. Just like one leap of faith, and that's why we have this like great team. We're gonna guide you through the whole process. You know, like I'm everything on the internet filtered down into one person that's just gonna give you pure information that you need. And really, I'm your employee. So whatever client wants to work with us, like I'm working for you. Like I'm your employee, I help you, I answer all your questions, I give you the best advice that I can until we make the decision that we think is gonna be best, just like for you, your whole family, and then just set yourself up, your children. Really, it's just like a lifetime decision, honestly.
So now that you're done with your lunch,
Yeah.
here is the mochi flavor of the week, which is matcha lavender.
Awesome.
So give it a try. It's really good. Doesn't taste like soap, I promise. Okay.
Awesome, Perp.
Cool.
Well, thank you for having us.
Oh, yeah,
I
thank you for
appreciate it
coming
so
in.
much.
So.
If you want to tell them a little bit about everything.
Yeah, so if you like us, you can go to our website, Ricebox Kitchen and riceboxkitchen.com. You can find the hours when we're open. We're changing our hours like starting in August, so we're gonna start doing dinner. And Instagram, Ricebox Kitchen NV. So please go follow us, and you'll see all different things that we're doing here at Ricebox Kitchen.
All right, guys. Now that we're finished, what I usually like to do after I eat a big lunch like this is walk it off, help digestion, and it's about that time anyway. I gotta run home and walk my dog, so I'll meet you guys back at the house, and we'll talk a little bit more. Like that's the benefit of owning a home too. It's like we're near work and we're able to have dogs. So it's just like all those little things, you know, we're not like worried about the next place we're gonna rent if they allow dogs or if there's gonna be like some kind of crazy charge in addition to having the dogs. That's like the big question, right? Like why we film these videos is like, why does home ownership mean so much to you or to me, I guess, in this situation? And I mean, like, kind of touched on it with the dogs. I mean, they're a big part of our family. They're like our children until we have children, and the other dog owners can understand that too. And being able to have the flexibility of not worrying about if we're going to be able to find a place for them is a big deal for us. Like that security. And I mean, like I had mentioned earlier, like what home ownership really means to me is generating wealth. I think just getting yourself a seat at the table is a big deal. Helping people buy their first home and walking them through the process. It's just nice to see like come to fruition and like what they're able to do with it afterwards, you know, like build better lives for their children so they're not moving around, or lease to lease, apartments into apartments, you know. It's pretty valuable. And I can speak to that from experience because like as a young child, that's like how my life was, where we didn't own a home, we didn't have a backyard, we couldn't have pets. And just small things like that like add up really. It's like being able to help people own homes just opens up all those options. Like your kid gets enrolled in school and now they're there until they graduate. They're not jumping around to different homes, having to move constantly. They can have that family dog where like they get to take care of them and grow up with their pets because in your house you get to decide. You have a yard for your children to play in. If you want to like build a playground for them in the backyard, like home ownership means so much more than just having a house to live in. And when you like really break it down and look at it, it's like pretty amazing what we're able to do. So it's just like a blessing, honestly. I agree. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for spending lunch with me. It was nice getting to chat with all of you. If you do have questions, the contact information will be on the video, and I'd love to help you, so please reach out if you do.